Okay, so you are ready to try out Syzygryd. The first thing you want to do is go to music.syzygryd.com and download all of the files that you'll need. Really, you'll need the VST, but you might as well get the whole MDK. So click on Install and set up the MDK, scroll down to the bottom, and then just pick the file that works for you. If you're on Mac, you can get OS X. If you're on Windows, you can get Windows. Alright, wait for it to download. You'll get a zip file. Open it up. There are going to be 5 files in there, but the only one that you need to care about is the VST. Go ahead and open that up, find the VST, and then drag and drop and add it to your VST plugin library. So on Mac, that's library/audio/plugin/VST. On Windows, it can be wherever you specify it. And just make sure this matches up with the library that you're using in Ableton Live. You can set this in the Ableton Live preferences. Okay, so now it's copied into your VST library. You can go ahead and start live. This is a blank live track, so we're deleting the first audio track and just leaving a MIDI track there. Now we're looking for that VST we just added. We're going to drag and drop it in. So now we have one VST track. You can see it's right up there. We're duplicating it 3 times, so that's one for each of the controllers. Okay, now we're going to add 3 MIDI tracks, one for each of the instruments. This is the most basic set you can make. 3 instruments, 3 controllers. So make sure you hide the input or show the input outputs and set them all to be mapped. So we're mapping them here from each instrument is getting mapping from each separate sequencer. So MIDI 4 is mapped to Syzygryd sequencer 1, MIDI 5 is mapped to 2, etc. Alright, and now we're going to find some audio to add in. Different instrument, maybe a different VST, plugins, whatever you want. As long as you can package it up and send it to us. We like free VSTs, those work great. We can work with anything that's available in Ableton Suite. Here's an example of a free VST that's just available out there on the internet. Just make sure you let us know what you're using. Alright, so now you have all 3 tracks ready to go. You can open up the sequencers again by clicking on the little wrench. Yeah, it's super discoverable. That wrench is your friend. Okay, so now we're opening up each of the sequencers so we can really simulate what's it going to be like to trigger the sounds in each of these instruments. Okay, we arrange them all so you can see them. And press play in Ableton Live. Okay, so now if you notice this notes that we're making, they appear in each of the sequencers. So what you're actually going to want to do at this point is make sure that you set the sequencers to separate panels. So panel 1, 2, and 3, whatever makes the most sense for you. For me, I like to keep them in the same order that they appear in Ableton Live, but you know, this is your set. Do with it what you will. Okay, so now you'll see that each of the notes is triggering in each of the separate sequencers. And that's how it works. So now you can just go crazy with it. You can add effects, you can do whatever you want, and just let us know what effects you want to add and which ones you want to be controlled. That's why we've included a mini mapper app, but you don't really have to bother with that. Just make sure that if you add in any effects, let us know which ones you're going to want to be controlled out there on the playa, because we'll be able to actually control them with TouchOSC enabled devices. Alright, cool, get recording. And thank you.